All right, so here we are on the Sony TC-C5 rotisserie. After getting deeper inside of this, all right, and this guy is a real motherfucker. So these springs that hold the door on, he actually busted both plastic pins. There's a plastic pin in here that goes from here to there, and it holds the spring in there. Both of them were broken. So I found them, thank God. I'm getting goo all over my fucking self. So I found the little plastic pins, and I used Gorilla Glue to put them back. So that's going to have to dry. I also found these plastic pieces laying inside of here, and there's two of them. These pieces go to these rails right here. Okay? So I'll have to Gorilla Glue those in there. Now, I don't think it really needs it because these other two rails are just fine. Okay? So this is what happens when you pack stuff like that. The fucking jerk. All right? So, but I got those two springs. They look like they're going to be okay. We'll find out. So, because if that's not fixable, then the deck is just fucking useless. Because I'm not going to put it in my stereo. All right? So, there's that. Now, another thing, let me pause this video and get this fucking thing out of my way. I'll be right back. Okay. So, inside the mechanism, now, I didn't do it. Somebody must have been in here because the black posts that hold this on here, both of them are broken. So I'm not going to know if I can repair those posts until I get in there. I have no idea. You know. But we'll find out. But this is just another example why you do not fucking pay a lot of money for these cassette decks. Okay, these people who are on eBay selling cassette decks, they want $200, $300 for these fucking decks. You would have to be out of your fucking mind to spend any more than $50. Okay? Spend $50 plus shipping. Any more than that, I don't care if it's a fucking Nakamichi, a fucking Pioneer. This stack of Marantz cassette decks, I got those for $50 a piece. Okay? And they all work. I'm trying to give them away. But I can't give them away till I reach 1,000 subscribers. So, and I'm listening to one of these decks right now. It's in the other room playing. You know, so I really don't need cassette decks. I just like to do this as a hobby. But this is what you run into, is people who lie through their fucking teeth. Okay? They try to fix stuff and they fuck it all up and then they pack it like shit, and it gets fucked up even more. And you're trying to fix it with fucking Gorilla Glue, right? This is the kind of shit that happens on fucking eBay. So, that guy who just sold this to me, yeah, he's going to get a bad review. Okay? Because it's purely just totally dishonest. So, but that's where we're at. Hopefully those two springs, hopefully that glue will hold when I put that door back on. You know, when I take this apart more and see about these fucking plastic things. It's probably just fucking turning in there. No, I guess not. I hope that these could just be glued back together. I'll be right back. Okay, so you can see the belt is all wrapped around the motor. That's probably the only good fucking news. All right. But you can see the black peg is just laying in there. And so is the other one. So these are going to have to, I'm going to have to try to glue these back on. And hopefully I can do that without fucking up the mechanism. Because that's a very real possibility. When you try to glue shit like that back on, you can fuck up the mechanism really bad to where it will not function. So, you know, that's just a bummer. You know, and I'm trying not to get pissed off, you know, because I only paid $50. So I'm trying not to get fucking mad. So I got these two things to glue back on. These two things to glue back on the tracks. I just glued those fucking springs on. So that's probably already dry. But it takes like a good while for this stuff to cure. So I'm not going to attempt to connect the door back on till tomorrow. So, but yeah, this dude, I hate when these harnesses give you a fight like that. Real pain in the asshole. I'll be back. All right, so we are still at it. And I'm still trying to get the goo off of that pulley. The motor came pretty clean. So it's spinning freely, but it was packed. It was totally gummed up. The capstan shafts and all this is looking a lot better. But yeah, this is a total nightmare. You can see all the black rags in there. So, yeah, this is unbelievable how bad this was. You can see the black shit goo in there. So, but it's getting there. It's a lot of work, a lot of time, patience. Now, before you can remove this part, you have to take the front off. You have to remove this plate right here, And then there's a little gear there. There's no idler tire. There's a gear. So that gear is held on by a split washer. And you have to remove that gear, okay, before you get into this. Because you cannot lift this off without removing the gear. That's for one. All right. And plus, all the gears inside of here, you want them to stay where they're at. So you have to remove that front plate, remove the gear. Then you can remove this part because there's a belt right here. And the only way to do that belt, you can see the pulley for it. This has to come out. So I have not tried to glue these plastic things back on yet. But they go something like this. You know. So, but I'll have to figure that out. So, but that's enough of this video. Definitely a nightmare. This will not be done in one day. So, but it's getting there. Hit that like and subscribe button. Party on. Later.